And a warm welcome back to the Uxbridge FM History Show. And of course, we rejoin Ken Pearce, our local historian, this time with a story about his father.
Yes, thank you. It's a combination of my family history and local history this time. My father was born in a village in South Norfolk in 1884 and was the 10th child in a family of 11 children. His early years were spent in that quiet rural community in the latter years of the reign of Queen Victoria. He attended the village school, but left at the age of 12. And his first job was actually scaring birds from a farmer's fields. He eventually became a carpenter and settled in a village called Beelings in Suffolk. His first wife died, and my mother then became his second wife. So I was born in a small rented cottage with no electricity or gas. Water was drawn from a well outside, which served us and 3 other families. There was a large garden where my father grew vegetables and kept ducks, chickens, rabbits, and bees. He occasionally went shooting. However, about this time he became unemployed. The boss of the building firm that he worked for passed away, and the family decided to close the business. So there was father with an infant son and no income. The solution came from my mother's family, connected to a building firm here in Uxbridge. Father was offered a job. And so we came here with our belongings in the removal van, and I was 3 months old. The family had obtained a bungalow for us at Willowbank in Denham, where I remember the rent was 15 shillings a week. And so at the age of 46, my father's life changed dramatically. He had spent years in the Suffolk countryside, but was now living in an outer London suburb. Admittedly, Uxbridge was much more rural then than it is today. We heard the cuckoo every year. Grasshoppers lived on our lawn. I haven't heard a cuckoo or seen a grasshopper around here for years. Within a short time, we were able to move into a new semi-detached house, which was linked to electricity and gas. We had a bathroom with a flushing toilet, and there was a gas lamp in the street outside. Father, I think, adapted remarkably well to this dramatic change in his lifestyle. He never lost his East Anglian accent. He knew every species of bird by its song. He didn't need to look at the bird itself. He knew every wild flower and plant by its name, although not necessarily the normal one. Hawthorn, for example, he always called bread and cheese, because that was how it tasted if you chewed the leaves. He occasionally used dialect words like dwoil, which was a cloth, dodman, a snail, dizzy meant stupid. For a meal, he often enjoyed tripe or a pig's trotter. And when war came in 1939, people began to keep rabbits and chickens to boost their food supply. And so it became known locally that my father could kill and skin a rabbit and kill and pluck a chicken. country skills not forgotten. And sometimes he would just stand in the garden and look and listen to the murmur of nature. To me, a reminder of the words of W.H. Davies. What is this life if, full of care, we have no time to stand and stare?
Thanks, Ken. There aren't many people who can pluck a chicken and skin a rabbit these days, probably.
They don't get the chance, actually, do they? Oh, dear.
There we go.
Well, it's a glimpse of a life gone by.
Exactly. Thanks for that, Ken.